Mastering video for learning. This is an overview of the seven-step process. Transforming training programs with the VFL process. This is John's success story. John had been struggling to efficiently train his employees. His method involved having the team lead work one-on-one with new hires until they were up to speed. Additionally, he had invested some of the off-the-shelf content, stuff that really wasn't relevant to his company, but it covered a lot of the necessary checkboxes and topics, but did not relate specifically to his business or to what his people really needed. This method was not only time-consuming, but also it was not effective, or it was less effective in instilling the company's unique values and procedures. Enter the VFL process, or the video for learning process. By following this approach, John created a series of customized videos tailored to his company's needs. These videos featured content that related directly to John's employees' needs in their organization. It addressed the knowledge, skills, and behaviors that were crucial for his team. Engagement improved. The transformation was remarkable. In fact, what it ended up becoming was a real good testimonial for the VFL process, where he was able to develop a learning system for his small business. And now his team has access to up-to-date training materials that are relevant and engaging. This not only improved onboarding experience, but also enhanced the overall skills of his employees. Now, the time it takes the team lead to work one-on-one with new hires has been reduced by a third, allowing for more efficient use of resources and a faster ramp-up for new hires. Empowering freelancers with the VFL process. Violet's journey. Violet was a freelancer running her own business. She had no trouble getting clients thanks to her charisma, her responsiveness, and her niche expertise, all offered at competitive prices. However, she lacked the confidence to create instructional videos or videos that her clients could learn from. Initial attempts using online tools were disappointing, and they didn't yield the professional results that she wanted. She was so determined. She wanted to overcome this, but she didn't know how to make it happen. So she found the VFL process. She systematically now can create video content, developing a video strategy that significantly has expanded her reach and helped her clients to learn things that she's been trying to foster in one-on-ones. She's now able to attract a broader audience through this content. The outcome exceeded her expectations. The influx of new clients and a totally new revenue stream was so overwhelming that she pivoted into that model and started becoming a content creator. She transitioned fully into leveraging those newfound skills to meet the growing demand of her community. The VFL process didn't just enhance her current business, which it did help, but it opened up this whole new line of revenue, allowing her to thrive in this competitive market of freelance video production. Both John and Violet's stories highlight the transformative power of the VFL process. For John, it just meant that he now had a more effective, streamlined training program for his employees. For Violet, it was a journey from uncertainty to confidence, from not being able to get on camera and talk directly to it, to feeling confident and comfortable that knowing done is better than perfect, giving her repeatable, evergreen process. Both of them now have an evergreen, repeatable process they can use to make content. Purpose of this episode. Hey there, listeners. Welcome to the Video for Learning Coach podcast. I'm Chris Carell, your funtellectual video coach. The purpose of this episode is to introduce you to the seven-step process and highlight its benefits and provide you with actionable steps that you can take right now to improve your videos. If you've ever wondered how video coaching can transform your business, this episode's for you. Well, let's have some fun and let's learn some stuff. The importance of a structured process. One of the best books I ever read as a business owner was James Clear's Atomic Habits. He emphasizes the importance of systems over goals. I designed the Video for Learning process to create a system for folks who have never made a video before and they've never formally studied the craft of video production the way I did. I've found that the simple, repeatable, checklist-oriented process allows me to achieve just about everything. Therefore, I wanted to find a way to get this process in front of people like you so that you can make video a skill of yours. You can use video to help people learn things. Think about how many things you've been able to accomplish by looking up a YouTube video. You've looked up things probably on how to fix certain things around the house. You've probably looked up ways to learn how to operate things, maybe like a TV remote, or how to fix a window or a door or a toilet. I'm going to make a bold statement, and maybe it's not that bold for those of you who know the power of video, right? Especially when it comes to the power of learning video. But video, in my opinion, is by far the most powerful self-directed learning tool on the planet. And you can learn how to do it by using the VFL process. So let's get into it. So the VFL course is broken down into 8 modules, but 7 steps total. Because what I'll do is walk you through how to set a goal, how to write a script, how to plan on everything you need to have in order to make the video, then learn how to make the video, meaning go and produce things, and then edit it and get it into some software and make a sequence and all those kind of things. Then you're going to share it, which is called distribution. And once you've gotten into understanding how to distribute it and get it out to people and what tools you're going to use to distribute, then we evaluate it and figure out what made it successful. And then when you're all done with those 7 steps, from setting a goal to sharing it with everybody and evaluating how well you did, then you generate a process that's yours. You take what I think you need to make a video and you make your own through the use of a Scholar workbook by walking through step by step and taking each piece that I say you need as a professional video production guy. And you could say, no, Chris, I don't need that. I'll never use that. I'm just going to keep this part. And what you get at the end is your process that you can put into action every single time you want to make a video for yourself or make a video for your organization, or maybe you want to make a video to promote something you're doing and you need your customers or your clients to understand a particular topic. The video for learning process allows you to step in at any given time and make a video from start to finish. Let's talk about the 7-step process, and I'll give you a little bit of a thought on each one of them and how people have gone through this process, used the process to help them make video. So setting a goal is step 1, and it's important to set a goal at the beginning to have a clear objective of what you're trying to accomplish. And if I think of this from the book that I referenced at the beginning of this episode, Atomic Habits, James Clear talks about making habits obvious. So what you're going to do, the behaviors you're going to carry out as you learn this process need to be obvious to you. If you need to come back to my videos or to my content every single time you need to make a video, then the process and the habits that get involved in creating that process are not going to be as effective as you want it to be. And it's going to be kind of like, man, I need to go back and see this every single time. Video is really hard. Maybe I should just hire somebody to do it. And in some cases, that's certainly the case. I certainly have people that start out in my coaching program and they want to learn how to make content for their business or for themselves if they're starting something as a freelancer, or maybe they are just hired into a job and they've never made video before. And then they realize, damn, I can't do this. Dude, I get your process, Chris. Like, it's cool. You got nice acronyms and these things are easy to figure out, but like takes a long time. And there's no doubt making a video is not something you can do super fast until you're able to internalize this process and use the knowledge that you get from learning the VFL process so that you can just open up your cell phone or open up a web camera the way I am now and talk directly to it and sound positive, sound good, look good, have good lighting. All that's possible, but it starts by making it obvious by setting a goal of what you want to accomplish with that video. It can't just meander. You can't just wander through video content creation, or you end up with something that a lot of people don't really want to watch because they're not really sure what the purpose of this content. The next part, which really builds on what I was just saying about trying to make it be goal-oriented and trying to get you somewhere with that goal, is writing a script. In module 2 or in step 2 of the process, There's key elements of effective scripts. I give you templates, I give you guides that lay out some of the most popular types of videos, both marketing and learning videos. The structure, it's very formulaic. If you've consumed a lot of television and movies, think of a sitcom, right? Some sitcoms that are on for a decade, they're incredibly formulaic. You know what's going to happen at the beginning. It opens with a shot of the house, and then you're inside the house, and then there's the family, and now we're close, and then the two family members start to talk. That formula repeats itself over and over again and allows us, the viewer, to feel like, okay, this is comfortable, this is relatable, I know what's happening, I know what's going on. That's script writing, man. That's script writing, woman. Seriously. When you write a script and you understand the formula behind a script, it allows you to quickly produce a video that is fun to watch and interesting, because I don't have to spend time trying to figure out like what the heck is going on here, especially in an instructional or a video for learning type video, a training video. Because if I am trying to understand how artistic this thing is, like there's an amazing shot of the sun, or there's lens flares, or things are moving in the foreground and the background, and I'm really being forced to think because the cinematographer has gotten a hold of my training video, that's not going to be any good. We need a formula that says, hey, this is what you're getting ready to learn. Here's what you're supposed to learn. And here is what you just learned and how you can apply it. Simple formula. It works really, really well. And those types of tips and tricks come into the writing script module. In the third step, planning the video, all the planning that goes into making a video, it's often called pre-production, which is things you do before you produce any recorded content, audio or video. So I like to think of planning the video as something where you get to chance to use everything you learn in this course while you're planning it. How to set up the lights, how to dress and put on a color that's contrasting to the background, how to make sure that you sit upright and you speak directly into the camera, your mic is properly positioned. All of those things go into the planning so that before you go to do the making stage, when you're making the video, you've got it all set up for success. So let's talk about making the video. That next step of the process is to make it. In this one, it's really practical. This is what most people think of when they think of a video production process, is actually how do you use the camera? How do you use the microphone? How do you talk? How do you use the lights? That kind of thing. All of that happens during the make phase. I'm going to give you a quick, easy process with an acronym that will set up how to make your video. I call it Make It Classy. More on that in a little while. So this one can easily be related back to James Clear's book, where he talks about the environment. If you have an environment that you've set up for success, you're more likely to be successful. If you haven't taken the time to take care of your background, or take care of the light or the shadows on your face, or put the microphone in the right place, you haven't created the environment for success. So that ability to set yourself up to make an amazing recording happens in that planning stage, and then you get to act on it in the making phase. The next stage, or the next module of the course, the next process, is edit the video. In the editing thing, I will tell you this. This is very subjective. Editing a video can be done on something as sophisticated as Adobe Premiere, which I will teach you how to do in the course if you take the online course. But more than likely what happens is people come to me and they say, Chris, I'm going to edit completely on my phone. I'm going to use some type of tool, some type of app on my phone to record and to edit. Cool. We can work together, and I will show you how to do that. Or some people will say, I have this tool, it's a free plan, and I'm going to do that. Or I'm going to edit in Canva, or I'm going to edit in Camtasia, or somebody gave me a license to this, or I have access to this for my company, can I do this? Whatever tool you want to edit on, that's cool by me. The basic editing techniques of when you cut things and when you add things and how you insert titles, doesn't matter what software you're using, those techniques are the same. It's just a matter of where the buttons are at. And I can certainly help you figure that out and guide you to a point that makes your video look amazing when you're done. All right, after you've edited it, now it's time to distribute it. Now we figure out, where are you going to share it? Are you going to put it on YouTube? Are you going to put it on your company's site? Are you put it on LinkedIn? What social media are you going to broadcast it on? Or are you going to put it on any type of app where people will be able to respond? Or is it internal? If you're creating a learning video, sometimes it never sees the public space, and that's okay. Either way, understanding how you distribute, how you use the techniques in order to get the content in front of somebody, that's what happens in that step of the process. The VFL process on distribution is all about the importance of consistency. Knowing that when you are done with it, when you export the video, meaning get the video from the software you're working on it into another place where you can share it, that all happens during distribution. The seventh step of the process is evaluation, or evaluating the video. A lot of people skip this. I mean, I'll be honest, I skip evaluation quite a bit, at least at the beginning. For example, if I make a video and I post it on social media to teach people how to do things, I may not truly evaluate that video for weeks based upon engagement. So that might be one way to evaluate it, by looking at it and saying, how did it do out in the public eye? Did people watch it? Did people comment on it? Did people like it? Did they give me like clappy emojis or thumbs up? Or did they give me thumbs down? Or did they just not watch it at all? Did I get any engagement? That is definitely an evaluation you get. However, I have a rubric or a scorecard that you can use after every video. Again, I'm trying to get you to internalize these processes, to think about how the process of evaluating your video should happen inside your brain. I don't really pull my rubric out formally anymore, but I think about all the steps of the rubric and all the steps of the scorecard every time I make a video, including the one I'm making right now. I will evaluate whether or not the audio quality is good, whether or not the storytelling is good, was the scripting good, how was the delivery of the actor on camera, and how was the edit? Was there any technical problems? Was there jump cuts? Was there supposed to be jump cuts? Was there not supposed to be jump cuts? Do you know what a jump cut is? All of those things get sort of like analyzed and documented in the evaluate stage. The last part of the VFL process, the 8th module of what I teach, and that is your process. Like I said earlier, when I teach people how to make videos, my ultimate goal is for you to have habits when you walk away from me that you didn't have before, for you to have knowledge and skills that you can then transform your behaviors with. The promise of any video for learning, or the promise of any video designed to train people, is that it delivers knowledge, skills, and behaviors. So as I'm delivering this long form podcast, or short form if you're only hearing this as a clip, I'm asking you, is it delivering for you knowledge, skills, and behaviors? I call it the KSB and refer to it in my course as the KSB. Are we delivering knowledge, skills, and behaviors to our audience? If I have not helped you modify your knowledge, skills, and behaviors in the VFL process, then the process you have at the end is nothing. You have just spent some time and money with me, and you didn't really get anywhere. And that bugs the absolute shit out of me, I'll be honest. I get really upset about that, because I want you to succeed. I want you to be able to make a video when you walk away from me. See, the thing is, I was raised by a teacher, and I was a K-12 educator for 14 years before I moved into this corporate video world and corporate learning world. And I was never the teacher who was okay with somebody who didn't succeed. So and my feeling has always been that if somebody is incapable of passing some type of exam or some type of assessment that I've provided to them, then I need to look at myself first and understand, what did I not do? What did I do that was unsuccessful, that didn't allow them to learn how to demonstrate the skill that I taught them? So it's no different for me now that I teach adults and teach folks like you how to make video. The only difference is that you're not all in a classroom with me. Sometimes we're one-on-one like this. Sometimes there's an online thing that you consume. Either way, if I don't get you to that finish point, I need you to reach out to me and find out why. I will help you, even if it costs me, because my goal is to help you learn how to make video so that you make videos, better learning videos, than you made before you got to me. And if you can't do that, then everything I've talked about for the last few minutes about the VFL process is just hot air. It's just nonsense. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not, because I know it works. It works for me. It's how I do it in order to build video productions for my business that has been running for 5 years successfully as a result of my process. It's proven. It has worked in organizations that have to build 15 to 20 to 120 courses on any variety of topics. It's worked for individuals who need to make social media videos that teach their clients and customers how their products and services work and operate. But Chris, that sounds like a marketing video. It is a marketing video. In my opinion, a marketing and learning video only varies in its messaging and its ending. Ultimately, the process of making that video is the same. And I feel very confident that the VFL process that I've built for everybody will be an effective tool to help you make outstanding videos that people like to watch. Episode summary. The VFL process helps create effective learning videos by providing a structured process, a structured approach that's rooted in James Clear's Atomic Habits. Setting clear goals is crucial for direction and success. Let's try that again. Setting clear goals is an essential start to getting success. Capturing the audience's attention and holding on to them, that happens with the VFL process. Planning makes the video production process yours. Proper filming techniques lead to high quality videos, and editing enhances the clarity and engagement of the video. Effective distribution maximizes the reach and impact. Yes, that's for sure. However, if you don't continuously improve by evaluating what you're doing, you won't be successful. So, final note, the VFL process has been tried and tested and proven not only by corporations, but also by individuals, not only by training departments, but also by freelancers. That's the key takeaway from this lesson. The 7-step process will transform the way you make videos from today on into the evergreen future. If you're struggling to create video content that helps your business, I'm here for you. I got you. So, as a teacher and now coach, a video coach, I help you get where you need to go. So head over to learningcarton.com and get in touch and learn more about my services. Thank you for tuning in to the VFL Coach podcast. If you liked what you heard today, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you think there's someone who may benefit from this podcast, please share it with them and tell them how the VFL process could be an interesting solution to their video learning needs. That's all for now. We'll talk to you next time about writing a goal. Peace.